Everybody, welcome back. It's your boy Lmacncheese, and tonight we have Preludes 14 patch notes. The Duolo. Now I'm a little bit late to the party. Been going through some stuff, but we will be reading through the patch notes. I might do a video on the new quest just to see. I like to do videos on new content, just show off what's going on. The last video I did was the organ fight you can do, the new organ event. It's pretty cool. So without further ado, let's read these patch notes. Soulframe Preludes 14 washes ashore. A blue ribbon drifts upon the tide as the siren of coral graves calls once more. This update brings new weapons and armor. Orlick the bicameral, new progression path. The arrival of repairs. Right Piers, the siege of Nirfir, and a preview of the fallen old castles from the sky. There's much more besides. Journeys, Rune Journal, and Voltive systems have received sweeping improvements. Discover this wreck of the I'm awful with reading the way they say things. The Mr. Carmo, and claim our newest pact, the Duolo. And the link will be in the description if you want to read this yourself and not have my butchered commentary over it in the first place. So, please note some ways may experience slower patch download speeds than usual, which Preludes 14 is deploying. If your update takes longer than expected, thank you for your patience. Our international forums are now live, giving envoys new spaces to gather in a preferred language. Full patch note translations will also come at a future update. Okay. I say do more videos on the talk about the forums and make little updates. I should do something like that weekly, so I have more content on the channel, more things to be brought up and talked about. It'd be a nice thing to do. So, new fable, the wreck of Master Carmo. In Mid-Wrath, not all shore shipwrecks are empty. Soon they will carry the path to our newest fable, the wreck of Maestro Carmo. A blue ribbon hangs from the shipwreck splinter, a storm from the past, a heart-tempered true. Have the gall to invoke the Duolo. Wield Navalha, I think that sounds better. Our new rapier, and enter into duel to uncover the story of our newest ancestor, Maestra Camero. The siren, I guess I say it different every single time I say that word. The siren of coral graves and final sorceress of the Duolo. Once commander of the Blue Ribbon and her phantom crew, she found freedom beyond the duty that once bound her. By the sea, she strums her guitar, content to play unfettered from all she used to be. Collect fragments of the dual ribbon from Mid-Wrath shipwrecks, craft the dual ribbon with the Tovkane, and continue the fable. Face a trail of duels across haunting seaboard encounters. As is custom, a duel can only begin when the challenger steals the master's ribbon and wraps it around their head. This reminds me of Afro Samurai. You take the headbands and wrap around your head for challenges and people who take them. So I wonder if that's how that came to be from this folk tale thing they're doing right here. But like from the original of both these anyway. Recover Neville and return Master Carmo to safer shores. And this is the new pack we've been seeing. We've seen the Death Stream 14. I think they teased us a little bit. Death Stream going on top of that too. So, new pack Duolo. A sorceress strums Pawn Splittered Grave. By Master's helm, her curve relayed. A soul itself learned by the blade. Don the pact of Master Carmo, break Duolo's pledge and lead mutants across Silver Sea. By dint of blade, may you carve out a life of your own. So we have the Flintock, and I was so awesome when I seen this. I'm like, yo, this class just needs a pistol, like a sword and pistol combo, and then you pulled out the pulley just like that, and it went bam. I'm like, okay, yes, I like this. I wonder. No, this is fine. I just want to, it's fine. Break the rules of the old. Fire a single shot for your Flintock pistol that pierce enemies and explode on impact. The rules of the old, so I assume they had no guns and their old duels just like they're just swords. And they're like, nah, I'm gonna shoot you in the face. Spirit Arcanic Bravada. Invoke the Duolo, boost allies' highest virtue while slowing enemies in range. Grace Arcanic Duolo. Okay, so this is Spirit. Courage is the pistol, so the courage that shoots someone in the face. Okay, so at least they have these like. I wonder if they're in game that has that, so you know which one the scales with what now. Her past says future as one. Spawn a ghostly clone that matches every attack you make. Passive. Oho por ojo. Perfect dodges give attacks a chance to cause enemies to bleed. Passive Shamras. Spawn a decoy after a perfect dodge. So 2 passives. Is it really 2 passives? So is that 2 passives? Oh, the decoys can be spawned. Complete the wreck of Maestro Carmel to acquire the fragment of the new Dulo Pact. Here we have the new armor set, which is the rapier, the captain's, the Whammon's her set. It's kind of cool. I like this. I like the boots a lot. I like this whole set, honestly. It's very adventuresque and just straight up just going out there. It's not very pirate-like, but it's a lot more, I don't know, like something just, it's like medieval, European duelist type of look kind of thing to it. It's kind of cool. I like it. Don the raiments of Maestro Carmel. Brave the surf as Dulo's finest sorceress once did. The helmet is all this lore stuff here. I want to get into all that. I'll let y'all get through that. So when I get through the notes, it'll be very long. New Orlick, the Bicameral progression by Earl's Eye. Orlick the Bicameral. There's gotta be a better way to say that. The bicameral has to be just a better way to say it. Requires aid in rebuilding what was lost. He now seeks greater understanding of Elka and, of course, more pages for his ever-growing book. Rank up Orlick's Sanctuary by completing sagas found in the Nightfold. Aid his research and better understand the world of Elka. Hone a spectral sight to improve its range and visibility. Oh, that's nice. Learn to study old, corrupt creatures and Elka's wildlife alike. Improve ability to charm Elka's creatures, as some are drawn to the envoy's wisdom. Oh. Let Orlick studies guide you towards your ancestral heritage. That's cool. More range on a special side would be nice. Or easier things. There should be like more things you can see with it. If you drink it, it'd be cool. I want to say it's something, but I don't remember what exactly it is because I have an issue with that I can't seem to. Oh, like with trying to find moats. There should be some kind of directional sense you have that tells you the direction you have to go. Cause sometimes I can't find the damn moat. I'll look for an entire and I cannot find it. So. Him could have. Earn his favor as his studies deepen, even as his ramblings do as well. Deepening your bond with Orlick will reveal the fable of his own past and aid him in writing his biography. Unfinished business keeps his bicameral busy. I think that's how you say it. Will the envoy help him beyond the pale? Orlick has also improved the organization of the envoy's many feats and tasks, presenting a renewed journal for better bookkeeping. Now, it's making the video. I don't know if they fixed it, but I've seen there's a glitch where your journal does get wiped sometimes out of nowhere. I'm not sure if they fixed that. I didn't look at the hot fixes, so I might pin a comment down below to see. Oh, let's see the comment down below. The comments are always down below to see what it is, though. Well, you can get his gear too. See, I liked his because he has a cape. I like his cape. I definitely do his first cape until we get our own cape slot. Even if we do get our own cape slot, this might probably be a part of it. So I would be okay with that. See, he has the pensive cloak right there. The new weapon, which is the rapier. The fragments will drop from cleaning the wrecked tails, the wrecked fable. Also, you have tools, so like more of a saber right here. I think this is the rapier because it's pointed, and I think sabers are more a cutlass. I think cutlass is a kind of saber. Interesting. Journey changes, or joinery, not journey. Upon more Safi and Idris, fine journeys are blessed in Lmacncheese's care. Journeys have been awarded to provide a simple bonus to envoy's equipment. Leader do change them again. Finding additional virtue attunement pips to your choosing gear. For the equipment, we utilize the same journeys simply renamed Blessed Twice and Blessed Thrice. Now grant 1, 2, or 3 additional virtue attunement pips. I think the pips are right here. Are these things right under? You know, you have your 1 courage pip and your 2 grace pips, or I think spirit. Get those 2 mixed up. 5 pips is the max virtue. Sailing is achievable. Equipment with 5 or more pips and specific virtue will receive a gold trim virtue attunement to I kind of reflect this, which is this one right here. If you see it right here, I can zoom in right here. It'd be this is because it's a 5 or more, which is cool. Okay, interesting. Probably makes it easier to read in general. The damage granted by journeyers previously is now part of ranking process of a weapon, culminating in 20% for each weapon grip type. Previous journeys effects may return in other forms in a future update. So I think they changed it again. So I think there's the things you would level your weapons up with, or you put them into your armor and whatnot, and it gives you the additional slots and whatnot. But you just get them as you level, which is cool. Runic changes. And blazing your strength and one mighty swing. This is the heavy attack thing they're talking about the death stream, or the the death stream. We're going to work with a new charge-based system focused on timing, choice, and empowered strikes. Now, I've seen a little bit of feedback on this already. I think people aren't the biggest fan. People want more choices, or more choices on how to use their runes. Because I think for one, I think I have an old build. My old build has mostly stats and heavy attack. So if I could just use heavy attacks all the time, but this uses your runic charge on heavy attacks all the time, so it's just like, well, then I'll never have a charge, or I can't say because I'm using heavy attacks. The build is to do heavy attacks. So I don't know if they ever solve that. Hopefully they will. So I'm pretty sure they're just going through their stages to find out what really works for them as they do over here. So runes not made upon a fully charged heavy attack as the melee or casting weapon, or a fully charged shot with a bow. Smite a combatant to store a runic charge, then unleash it at the moment of your choosing. Runes now manifest as a single attack or for a short duration. Single attack runes consume one charge immediately. Time runes will use a smite charge over a duration of time. Oh, time runes will use a smite charge over a duration of time. Rune mark now determines maximum charge capacity up to 4 charges at max rank. The smite charge UI now segments to indicate how many charges your equipped rune can hold. Runes now are fully leveled show shaded out segments. Elite enemies such as baronets grant 2 charges from its smite. That's nice. I assume this is it right here, or was now there's a thing under here. Runes found across mirror have been worked to adjust for these sweeping changes. After your rune, let loose a fully charged heavy attack with a fly blades melee and casting weapons, or a fully charged shot with a bow. Is this what this little thing is under here now? Is it like how many charges you have for it? And then I assume right up here is what rune that you have, or if it's active or not, it pops up. And then we had the fire rune thing, when we had that, it'll pop up right up on top. So single attack runes. Everflame and similar runes are deal additional flame damage on a fully charged heavy attack. I need this on my greatsword because I do use the Ash Pact. That's everything on fire. Depending on what's on fire, I think they changed this now to more friendly fire. No pun intended. Archstorm. The additional will take damage on a fully hard attack cast. Alka's Breath. The additional arcane damage on a fully charged shot. Do additional will take on a fully charged heavy attack. The mist scale, casting magic gale that deals increased damage and stagger damage. A barrage of spirits is summoned, dealing a percent of weapon damage each. I think we've seen that one in the death stream. The torrent summon involve arrows that rain from the sky, dealing a percent of damage. Hollowing marker a foe for hollowing. Additional attacks on the mark for release explosion that deal damage. For picturing, so it's a flock of seeking sprites, dealing a percent of damage. So we got a good, I want to say, a good spread so far. I'm still waiting for like ice stuff. Ice is like one of my favorite elements to use. Ice would be cool. Or if we have at some point, we'll have like dual runes, something like that, where like it splits the damage types. So we can do kind of things like that. And imagine if we have like dual element weapons or something like that. It'd be cool. I would like that. Time runes. The Durglint. Shield is a set of light for duration, dealing bonus damage and increase the power of the next man attack, which can occur after duration of the rune. The flint smoke, you are cloaked in shadow for a duration. Each stealth kill increases the duration. Ooh, cool. I like that. For tree fell for duration, heavy attacks charge faster, have longer reach, and strike through defenses. Tree fell duration resets with each enemy slain. So I feel like, because right here when I say this, I'm like, this would be good. And then I wish you can, I don't know if you can like, I wish you could pair runes. You know, like I said, dual runes. That should be a thing you'd be able to do, is like fuse 2 runes together and fuse 2 of the effects kind of thing. And then you rank them up. Like say you have, the fire one and the tree fell, and I say this should be like, you combine them to get weaker, but when you as you rank them up, they get stronger. So like there's no like, you don't want to park like, see, when you use a single one, you don't have to do a dual one, I guess, but it makes sense to do a dual one. I'm not I'm the best right in mind to think of how to do that, but something like that would kind of be cool to do, at least in my opinion. So I would love to have a heavy attack charging kind of thing runic, and then have like the fire blast on the thing. I thought it'd be cool. So, but the rune changes, Flyblades no longer have a perfect throw window and can still be fully charged with other grip types. Interesting. I like that because it takes a mastery to always get it right. Because there's always that little pip that you gotta hit to get the perfect Flyblade duration on your thing. It's just kind of cool. I like that. Let's see. Her window has been replaced with Headlong. Oil Scabbard has been replaced with Helm Gong bars. Poems that require per window for Flyblades now work with a fully charged heavy attack. Okay. I don't really want them to still have that, if they might get rid of that, but I kind of like having the perfect window. Is cool. The new siege, Mirfear, has stood upon the northern edge for 1,000 years. No rise, no fall of kingdoms, no coming or going of Ode, not even the ever pounding of the waves could topple it. For its walls were blessed by the famed press in a rare meeting twixt her court and the Mediterranean queen Finguala. Infiltrate its hidden depths and send to face Ode and conductors, battle casters who orchestrate the castle's defenses and summon their forces, disrupt their rituals and uncover what lies at the heart of the keep. And this is the preview of the new sky stuff, which we see in the dev stream. Also, everything we see here was from the dev stream. We didn't see too much of it, but we're seeing the new tile set, new enemies they're bringing, which is really creepy looking. It's kind of cool. I don't know what this even is. What got corrupted to make this? It's like a piece of coral. Remember something that cast down from the skies long ago. But what if something still stirs within? An old sky and tower fallen from gates. In its ruined corruption flows a host of creatures from distant stars. Settled from Iker basins, squirm from constellation maps. Only a sagely scholar, pensive sword, could decipher what purpose this tower would serve, or once served. Perhaps you ought don your cloak. And I think this is like an awesome looking area. Right? This looks like it's really crooked. I think that's a really cool looking area. It's like probably my favorite thing I've seen in the stream was like this area just right here, which is really, the lighting really shines right here. No pun intended. It really just comes through. So, people fall old Sky Tower rise in Preludes 14. Explore fragments of these ruined strongholds where corruption has taken root. Face a new threat lurking beneath stone and ruin, and perhaps meet our new foe, the Ravgat Worm, a corrupted creature that burrows, writhes, and strikes from below. Unpredictably and relentless, it twists through the battlefield in pursuit of its prey. Yes, new weapons here, which is, I won't say this is a dagger, or this is a cleaver. The new staff, which is pretty cool. This is a really cool design for the staff. It's almost like Egyptian, almost. Like, at least to me it is. Ooh. I like this. This is a really traditional sword and shield. I think other sword and shields kind of look kind of odd. Not like bad odd, but this is very like simple. I like it a lot. I wish you could just store this. It's really cool if you could get a restored variant of this. I mean, not as really, too damage, but it'd be really cool if you could do that. So, new spirit guys, the Wandering Quill. So, sweet name by the Envoy Wildcat. Also, they had a whole, I think, survey or voting system for this. The name the new birds can you get, which is really cool. I still use the bird with the great sword, which I think it's in this picture. I think there's a picture right here. The bird has a sword on it. It's really cool. What of Intel improvements? Votives and Sparrow Tails are now easier to track, accept, and manage across your journey. Animals can now accept multiple tails from the world trees. I think I've seen this. I think we did talk about this. I was not the biggest fan of this. I was hoping they'd probably like keep both. Like you have just them out in the world and they also go to the world tree, because it kind of encourages you to move around a bit more. If you see a grace, or not a grace, you see a tail that's like out there, and it's like, oh, I'm going that way. I don't also grab this tail from near a tree. I could just grab it from the tree and then go out where I need to go at. But I hope they at least bring back both, or bring back, just the ram tails out in the world, because like I said, it helps you move around and explore it a little bit more, which is kind of cool. So, animals can now accept multiple tails from world tree, multiple tails. Added an abandoned button to Tails journal entry. Tail pass can now be previewed before accepting the votive. Okay, so we can accept multiple ones at the same time. Okay. This is even more reason I think they should keep the things out in the world also on top of that. Certain bespoke motives can be accepted from road trees. Tails ending in dungeons now provide bonuses from completion. Hungarian fun and dungeons are now included as part of a tale. You refresh timers at road trees. Journal improvements. A flutter of papyrus beneath your fingers, envoy. The journal has been rebound with fresh pages to better guide you through Alka's foes, fables, and votives. The journal can now track multiple fables, votives, and tales. The journal will track sieges, aberrations, wayward, or waymarked from world trees. That likes a lot because like you generally don't know what you're doing sometimes. Like you might, literally just do something and forget what you're doing, or you might get lost while you're doing it. There's no like, hey, this is what you're doing. Besides the top right corner, sometimes it'll tell you what you're doing. But other time, then you need to just you just need to let you know that you're doing this, that you're progressing, that this like being tracked, which is a cool thing to have. Add a foes tab to the journal, which allow them to track and identify the lore and spoils of Alka's combatants. Rebound the journal's visuals to highlight and prioritize readability and activity for ease of use. I like this, although I would like more of a book look to it. I wish you said more of a book look. You have like the crevice in the middle, because this is just like a page. It's like more like a scroll. Be cool. New votives. 5 new ones have been added to Midrath, discovering them by finding notes hidden throughout Midrath, or begin their bounty from World Tree and follow their trail to uncover the stories they leave behind. This is part of our ongoing work to bring more small and discoverable adventures to Alka. Okay. I like this. Laid to rest. One manor has long been burnt to action, yet late denizens linger still. Lay these spirits to rest and bring them peace. Burning Sage. A copy of the Forest Vast Voices has vanished. Help a dear friend of pensive Roderick trace the rope upon which work was penned to piece it together anew. Penned? Around the rose. The silent rose beckons Envoy to reclaim olden goods, beginning under song, stakes, sin silk, and graphite for dendritic purposes. My glasses keep getting blurry. I gotta clean them. I can't see. I'll be reading it. It's just blurry. The Fungal Lord. The spores of Fungal Lord loom near the outcropping of roots. Beckon the call of a local forager. Summon this Fungal Lord and slay it once and for all. A birdie flown. An angered banner enclosed on Birdie's bog, and the plea of one dreamer leads you to chase where the trees yet glow. You may just shooting in the spirit of the Lmacncheese. Clad in ancient armors and twisted tongues, beware the ever more dangerous Lmacncheese. Markers have been updated with improved behavior in combat. See, I hope they don't grab you as much, because these grab the heck out of you, and that grab animation is kind of jank. But also is happens a lot. I've did the QT to escape marker grabs to a reaction-based minigame. I'd like to see what this is. Forming a soul steel is more reactive and responsive. I wonder if this means before they get to the body, you can just kill them before they get to a body, possibly. Improved and polished armored Lmacncheese attack combos made pairing timing and activation easier to predict with greater anticipation before attacks. I don't have a problem with that, but I'm a gamer, so I didn't feel like their attacks were too weird to get behind. Mockery husks can now be damaged to reveal them before they spring the traps on envoys. Oh, I like that. So I can see them sometimes. If they catch you lacking, it's pretty just he gets you something. That thing a couple times they got me good because they just be there. So. Fixed armored Mockery is now displaying their armors for clients. Fixed scenarios where not enough Mockery's husks spawn for wisps. Pact changes. Gain and Rude. Sap no longer deals double damage against a guard struck by Behest. That's not alerts affected enemies. Combat changes. Sprinting heavy attacks now can now be charged. Interesting. Increased damage of casting heavy attacks. This is good for my build. Burst swords have received combo changes. Light sprint attack now changed into the first attack of the light combo. Okay, this is the stuff I want to see. I want to see chaining of abilities and combos to make a more fluid flow state. This is what I'm talking right here. Dodge attack now links to the fourth attack of the light combo. Increased responsiveness and speed of the dodge attack. I like these changes. I like these. Let's know have the perfect throw window. We've seen that. Tell me that require preferred. I think we've seen all this already. Remove the per dash condition for bows. Ready mark combat art and now increase charge speed passively. Increase charge speed passively. I did like this because like you don't want to be within like range for anybody with the bow. You want to be out of the range. You know, you don't want to be like, yeah, I gotta dodge to get this. This would be cool. I like that. General additions and changes: reduce every weapon's virtue requirement and reduce all armor virtue requirements by 3. The intent behind this change is to lessen the requirement of the 6+ virtue talismans and enable greater build variety earlier in the game, which is nice. Always want to, you know, get build diversity at as high as it can be, and then try to get people away from doing meta picks and stuff like that. Life elixir use is no longer going to at the envoy's hit while consuming it. I like that. There's a lot of times that would happen. Just straight as sweat. Just get hit. I couldn't heal no more because I got hit. Every slider can be increased up to 90. Added a new motif UI menu browsing. Equip your available motifs. Okay. We still need a combat roll or like a an evasive a roll on the ground. That's what we need. Evasive roll. Or we're knocked down, so we can just not get clonked again when we're on the ground. Oregon Tower, previously near Comber's Leave, has been relocated north-south of Scalfies. Yeah, Scalfies. Yeah, this environment around the tower has been updated. Avocat and the Sparrow Tails now spawn closer to the Envoy, and Avocat is tracked in both Compass and Sparrow Guide. The crypt of the Circade now appears in 2-star Sparrow Tails from 3. Dungeon Guard are now included in Sparrow Tales. Add VFX to pack ready, you have to indicate that there are skill points available to spend. I think I had that, but like you should have enough to spend. It gets in my way a lot. Part of the UI has been updated to better reflect the name, status, and motives of player members. You've seen that in the dev stream. Faction favor earned is now more accurately displayed in relation to the next faction rank up. I like that. Nimrod is now untargetable while he's in the air performing his take slam. Nimrod is now smiteable. Reduce the size of grid icons in the Romanian UI. Improve visual style of pop-up menus to better align with the dialogue screen, including Avocat's GOTS. Improve the witches menu. I add the ability to reset colors per equipment piece after selecting. I need that. That's great. Another thing we see during the dev stream, just be able to set things that I think you couldn't reset it, so you had to like pick a new color, or if you had a set you couldn't you couldn't reset something. I'm glad it's here now. Here's a more distinct with a palette allowing for a wider range of applicable colors, which is great because some things did not apply well for colors. Some things were like just not that good. I want more darker blacks. A lot of the armors in the game, they turn them into like a kind of like a dark steel. I want like a nice black, like kind of like a carapace or some kind of like, you know, like a I'm trying to go for berserk vibes. I want something that's like real nice and black, like just jet armor black, like just I don't know how to say anymore, but you get it. Fix your move. The stitching button did not have the effects to indicate successful removal. Fix your move. The stitching button appearing interactable when no stitching is equipped. Fix grid with the X button. Fix items and colors using inconsistent grid sizes. Fix missing equipped icons in the appearance section. Fix spacing between tiles and splashing being too close. Eye color not resetting to default when selecting reset all. Did we get hairstyles this update or no? They didn't say we got those. Additional Sparrow Tail tasks such as defeating, I think we've seen on this. Additional environment triggers on the map such as fire damage and old bonfires. Cool. Added a show crafted toggle to Volcane's main to better help identify them not yet crafted. Battleground exit. Change and clear staying dialogue option to be first selectable choice when talking to a representative. Interesting. And next on to the regatta at a hold confirm prompt when selecting your initial pact. This happened to my friend. I think hit that double A button to like get forced into a pact because the thing did it by themselves. It's nice as a thing. Let's see, beaver hairs with totems. Okay. Now, however, sound has more pickles available. The required pickle count remains at 3. Produce 14 XP is earned from the now removed Fate pack, which has evolved into CERN, and Alcelda will remove from accounts. I think they took mine like a while ago, never get it back to me, but I guess they're getting rid of it now for good. Lose 14, bring the variety of new equipment to help earn that XP back. Interesting. Okay. And these are all the fixes here. As I said, the patches will be in the description, so I'm not going to read all these videos already too long in the first place. Non-issues enables are something able to invite each other from this connected party, as both players will be offline. Pool, not sure about all that. But yeah, here are the patch notes for Preludes 14. A lot of good stuff here as always. Let's hope for Sail Jack, if y'all didn't see, because we have this whole thing with shipping with sailing and whatnot. I hope we get some kind of, like it. I forget what Zelda game was. We were on the boat all the time, or like Assassin's Creed Black Flag or Windrose, and when we need this new form of content, would be great. Now, it might not be anytime soon because they're still trying to fix like the base game and make sure everything's good there if we move to something like on trying new systems. I would love that, because unlike Railjack, which kind of doesn't necessarily like remove your power from your frames or what you normally do, Railjack is its own content, and this is for the Warframe players. Once you play Railjack, like you're in a whole new section of the game, so you kind of cut off from like some certain other things that you normally would have. Say, I'm not sure how to really explain this properly. It's more of like you gotta go through a whole new mission segment to get stuff. As if they did like Sailjack, it's one continuous mission, so you never like disconnected from anything. Everything's will be together, if that makes sense in a way. I probably could word that a lot better than not sound so stupid. I apologize for sounding stupid, as is this whole entire video. But anywho, get in there, play Preludes 14. I'll be back with the videos about probably some new stuff that I'm gonna try out in the game itself. And yeah, thanks for watching, and take it easy.